What's happening, YouTube? This is your boy LaSalle, the M.B.A. How you doing? Coming back today from the gym. I wanted to get into a video about goal selection and attaining your goals. But before anything, if you like the videos, please click like and subscribe. Please feel free to comment at any given time. Give me some idea of content that you want to see in the future. But for right now, let's get into the subject of this video. So while I was in the gym today, I spoke to a couple of dudes today in reference to setting a goal. There's a young man that actually is out there. He's trying to set up his business. He's been he's had marginal success. It's going well, but not well enough to consider it a business. So he kind of got disheartened. He kind of shut it down. He doesn't know what he's not doing right. And that led to a conversation also with another partner who was overhearing what we were doing. He was thinking about doing certain things with his life as well. It wasn't so much going into business, but going back to school and setting up certain things. And like most people, they look at an end result, and the end result is so drastically different from what their life is today that sometimes they can be overwhelmed with the sheer immensity of it. So as a person like myself, a little background about myself. I was a dude who grew up here in Brooklyn, and I started out, a little street dude, being a little knucklehead. And then at one point, I pivoted, and my life went in a totally different direction. I went into corporate America, followed up with the education, went and got associates, bachelors, and a master's, and I'm going back to school in another year or so for my doctorate. And I've had success all around the planet. I've been on a few continents doing some things in business. And, one thing I can really speak to is goal setting and achieving certain goals. Because every goal that you're trying to achieve usually will be, if it's life altering, it will be very difficult for most people to do. So at the end of the day, this is my personal formula for setting goals and achieving goals. The first thing is break that goal down. You basically are coming with an end game of what you want to be. You're not going to go overnight from being a guy who, sells DVDs to being, a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. That's a big gap to jump in between. So if for the average person is not realistic, but it's actually doable, if you set out your end game and make it very clear. You have to have a vision of exactly where you want to be. It can't be something very vague. You can't say, yo, I just want to get this money. Or if you're going to the gym, I just want to get fit. Those are very, very vague things, and it kind of can lead you to spinning your wheels. So the first thing you want to do is define your vision. If you go in the gym, what do you want to do? You want to lose 30 pounds? Or do you want to gain 20 pounds? Maybe you want to have arms a certain size. Maybe you want to have your waist down to a certain size. That gives you a definable end game. The second thing is breaking that vision down into sizable, doable plateaus. So the first step, of course, if you were going to the gym, would be finding a gym. Maybe it's finding a workout partner. Maybe it's going out and getting workout clothes. Those things that keep you moving forward and make you feel like you're progressing. The worst thing in the world when you have a very sizable a task in front of you is when you have no movement, when you're stagnant. So when you're stagnant, it kind of leads you into being very complacent. Instead of getting up 2 days, 3 days in a row, maybe on that third day you decide to stay back because you're not seeing any movement, you're not seeing any success. The third thing is believing in your vision. If you can have a defined outcome that you want to happen, and then you have something like, breaking down into that sizable outcome being broken down to plateaus that's doable. In 2 months, I expect to be in a gym, establishing a routine, working from this time to that time. You'll start seeing yourself moving steadily towards your goal. So the thing of it is you want to define your outcome. You want to break it down to a bunch of doable plateaus that you can attain. And then you want to want to believe in yourself and have that positive mindset. The fourth thing I will tell you is get rid of people who don't see your vision and don't support your vision. For everybody out there that's trying to make certain things happen, there's going to be those people who's going to tell you you're never going to do it. There's going to be people that think that what you're doing is a joke. they're going to not see your vision. They're not going to see how serious you are. If you are a woman who's trying to lose weight, they're going to say, oh, you were fat all your life. If you was a dude who's trying to lose weight, or what you trying to be brolic now, or whatever case may be, you got to get those people out of your life. You're already dealing with a sizable issue. So to change your life is already going to be very difficult. It's going to take a lot on you mentally, spiritually, and physically. So you don't need somebody in your ear telling you what you can't do. You need to bring people around you that bring that energy to you, that you can keep doing it, keep going. Hey, have you lost a few pounds? You're looking good. Do what you do. If you're trying to start a business, it's the same thing. You can't have people around you trying to shoot down what you're basically trying to do. They can't, and people who don't support what your business is. You can't be out there trying to sell food and people are trying to get food free. You can't be, doing construction and people calling you up, can you do me a favor and put in my sink, and they're not trying to pay you. You can't do those things. So at the end of the day, you want to define a clear outcome. You want to break it down into doable plateaus. You want to believe in yourself. You want to get rid of those naysayers that don't support. And the last thing that you really need is understand time management. If you want to set a goal, I can't stress this enough. You have to understand time management. Time management is understanding that with everything you're doing in your life, whether it be works, kids, whatever, you're going to need time to plan. You're going to need time to execute. You're going to need this stuff, so you can't be lollygagging. Once you set about this goal, again, you get deflated. If 2 weeks goes by and you don't make any of those plateaus, and they are doable, at some point you can look at time management and say, well, hey, I was hanging out with this person, I was hanging out with that person, and I kind of got sidetracked, so I didn't do what I was supposed to do on Tuesday. At the end of the day, if you can do the time management, keep positive people in your circle, you can actually define certain things and make sure that that end result is definable. You can break those things down into plateaus and you can keep a positive outlook. There's nothing that can stop you from actually attaining your goals. All you got to do is just stick with it. If you fail once or twice, just keep going. I guarantee you, you will be farther than any place you ever were before when you tried to do certain things, or other people who have tried that didn't do these things. So with that said, get up today, do what you need to do, set about your goal, change your life, take control of your destiny, and you can actually make anything in this world happen that you want to see happen. That said, this is your boy, Lasella M.B.A. Holla back at me. Leave comments in the comment section. If you have an idea for a video that you want me to discuss, please feel free to reach out to me. I will try and cover whatever I can. Thank you so much for the support for the channel. I'll see you soon. God bless.